Hey everyone, I am very sorry. Honestly, I was gonna upload this way sooner than this is gonna be out. Maybe even the day before, depending on how I feel. Originally, the audio was coming out only out of my left ear, and I was checking the meter as well for the audio. It was only going out there. I thought it was just my headphones at first, but these are kind of new, so I was a little confused. And I didn't want to do that to you guys, and I was trying to figure it out for like a whole hour searching up videos and all that, and there was nothing. But here we are now. Sometimes it's hard to do as much as I do. I don't think you guys understand. This takes a lot of work. Also, I lost my voice a little bit, so I'll be speaking at a lower tone than maybe what you're used to. But I hope you guys can still enjoy this the same. Also, want to get a shout out to my boy Chris for letting me have this gameplay. You may see it more in the future, but we'll see how it goes. The reason why I don't upload all the time is not because I'm always like unmotivated. It's because I need to find topics that people would find interesting, and I try to find story times that are like long enough so you could actually stay interested into them, not just 2-minute story times like I would have probably done in the past. Like I don't know, I ate something that was weird. I don't know, something like that. But this story time is about the time this girl tried rizzing me up and it did not work at all because, well, I guess you guys are going to find out. Hope you guys enjoy the story time, and if you want more of these, there will be a playlist of these. Anyways, let's dive on in. So this story time takes place from 3 to 4 years ago as of this recording. I was in 7th grade, my 7th year during middle school. Now everybody knows that middle school is a very weird place. It's full of a lot of kids going into being teenagers, a lot of acne, a lot of emotions. Let's say emotions. That's a good word. A lot of interests, let's say. But this is that. So let's start this off. This was a regular week, and I say week because of where it took place. At this point, there was something called STEM week, which stood for science, technology, engineering, and math. I think the purpose of this project was so that kids that may have not been interested in all these subjects would finally give it a chance and make something cool with it. Like during one of the times, we made this really sick course, kind of like Hot Wheels, but for marbles. And it was a really cool track through the noodles and everything. It was really sick. That was one of the things I remember, and I really thought it was cool. But as you guys can tell, I'm not a science kid. I'm not really an engineering kid or a math. Maybe tech, but not to that extent of coding and 01, 001s and all that. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. If you guys are into that, that's fire. But I'm lazy, so I can't do that, as you guys can tell by my YouTube channel name, because it's my YouTube channel name. But anywho, this is for the part you all are here for. So during this time, all of us were staying in one classroom. We called it our homerooms. Basically, it's where you would go at the beginning of the day, and then you would just head off to your classes. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But since it was STEM week, we would be here and stay here throughout the whole day. Now, funny enough, I only remember doing this for 1 year. That's it. That is the only time. Because if I did, I would have other colored shirts, because depending on what grade you were, you had that colored shirt. And for us, I believe it was either yellow or purple. Now, I don't know. And I would ask my friend Jake, if you guys remember him from the previous story times, but he's a little colorblind. So there you go. I don't know why it got so aggressive. It's just something that came up to my mind as soon as I started talking about it. So there you go. It's funny because I think we're around the time, or at least the week of where it happened this year. And I'm only saying that because my friend that was also in there was like, my birthday is exactly a week from Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And, I'm glad you get to spend it in STEM week. I mean, it's pretty chill. I mean, she was a really smart kid. She loved reading. She loved doing a lot of creative things. She also liked Miss Peregrine's for the Peculiar Children. I hope I said that right. I can never say that properly. She got it from the library. She was supposed to give it back. Now, did she give it back? No. But does it have some cool drawings that she did in it for years to go? Yes, she did. Anyways, I just got way off topic. My bad. This is one of those days. I was chilling. I was having fun. I was like, okay, we're going to have a good time. We're all going to vibe out. We're all going to probably do something cool. But no, this day, we were only watching videos about how science and gravity and how all that comes together and how it's such a cool thing to learn about and how there's molecules and atoms, and I'm like, okay, I don't really care. And after all of that, they're like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna build tracks for marbles, as the thing I said earlier in the story time. I was like, okay, cool. And here's something that a lot of us did, is that we would be in certain groups. I had my group with my best friend in that class, and everyone had their own in that same classroom. And then it was time to get out of school, which is always the best part. And especially because it was STEM week, we didn't have any homework. So I was vibing. I was going to get home, get on Xbox, play with the boys. It was going to be all of that. This was also during the time where I actually played more on my computer. So it was interesting, I'd say. But obviously, if I'm making a story time, you guys can probably assume that things didn't go as normal as I'm making it sound. So this is what happened. So I got home, put my bag down, went downstairs to the basement where my computer was. I started my computer up, and I just, I was vibing out. Then all of a sudden, I get a notification from my phone. At this point, I barely ever use Snapchat, and I didn't really see like what the thing was for it personally. But I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I opened it up, and it's some random girl. We'll call her Skylar. Skylar is someone that was actually in my homeroom. And I recognized it because of her Bitmoji at the time. But she was like, hey, and I was like, hey. I was really confused on why she added me, but I was like, okay, whatever, she wanted to add me. That's pretty cool. Maybe she had some questions, even though I know I couldn't answer a thing because I didn't pay attention, but whatever. But here's the thing. She didn't really start up the conversation. She just went, I really like you. Can I kiss you? And I put my phone down and I made a stank face. Not the type of good one. I made the ew, that's gross. First off, I don't even know you. Second of all, we're kind of skipping some steps, aren't we? And third, I think you're just acting out on your feelings. That's what I thought. But I messaged her back. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in doing that. I was like, okay, maybe she'll understand. No, she went forward with it. She said, please, can I just have just one kiss? That's all I want. And we can meet out by the back stairs and do it then. And then we'll be back at the classroom and no one would even notice that we're gone. I was like, whoa, buddy? No, we are not doing that. I didn't say all of that, but I tried being as nice as possible about it. I said, look, I'm not even into you, let alone want to kiss you. And I don't want to do that. That's just weird. And she didn't really respond. She just left me on red. I was like, you're going to do all that, then leave me on red? But okay, fine then. Whatever. I don't care. And then basically what happened forward was it became the next day. I went in and I kept looking at her because I was like, this is the same person that tried begging me to kiss her. That was weird. And I don't think anybody knows about that story to this day. Even her friends or my friends. But yeah, during STEM week, it was awkward because I told you guys, we stayed in this one classroom. So I was pretty much clustered up in the same room as her. And I was just like, this is weird. She's acting like, she's laughing off with her friends and just having a good time with them. And I'm just like, I'm very uncomfortable. But surprisingly enough, I haven't told that story to anybody, I don't believe. Especially years later, 3 to 4 years later, and here we are now. Moral of the story, don't go adding people that you know or know of and then asking them to kiss you or beg them to do something like that, because that's a little creepy and that's kind of harassing somebody, especially if you're begging to kiss somebody that you've really never spoken to or met. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you want more, there will be a playlist of these. I also have a Discord, which I will link in the description. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, if you want more of these, there is a playlist of these. See you guys later. Good night and goodbye.
I just want one kiss. That's all I want. I just want one kiss.